Hi, I'm Ryan.
Hi, I'm Hayden.
And this is
Our
Holiday.
video. Holiday.
Celebrate. No more copyright.
Right, so before we start anyway, we would like you, please, if you haven't already, to subscribe to us.
Because you'll be missing out if you haven't. Moving on. The holiday, the hotel,
Oh, it was amazing.
fun, sun, and alcohol.
Sand. The hotel, firstly, what was it like?
Extremely clean. The staff could not do more for you. It was all inclusive. It was adults only hotel. We walked into the travel agents and we said,
I don't want a slide, I don't want a kids club. Sort me out.
literally only because we didn't want to go and we would have like screaming kids around.
Yeah, when we're dads older, we'll be like fun dads, we'll be great, you know? But
Until then, until we had that responsibility, all we wanted to do was
relax.
genuinely relax.
And we did so, didn't we?
Yes.
For a good 10 nights, although we could have stayed longer.
The food was really good.
Yeah, the food was amazing. You've already said the staff were amazing.
Yep.
The beach was amazing. The weather was amazing.
Everything was amazing. I'm going to go a bit serious for a second here. I will go into more depth about this in another video, but I did have my first ever panic attack on holiday when I was in the sea. We overcame that after a good 45 minutes, an hour. Still felt a bit funny afterwards because I've never experienced a panic attack before.
Yeah, I think though it was you were panicking, and then it was also the frustration of it.
Because I didn't know what was going on.
It was when he was snorkeling, just as he was going underwater, he couldn't get his breath, and so I held his hands, and we were trying to just go under a little bit, and then pop back up, and he was getting angry with himself that he couldn't do it. I think that was half of the,
Yeah.
you know, that was
But-
just.
We'll go into more about that in a different video, but we wanted to let you know that first. On a lighter note,
We hired a car for a few days.
it was lovely.
It was an experience.
However, driving on the other side of the road is...
Well, it is terrifying. Honestly, we nearly went over a cliff.
It was so close to the edge, and you've got to understand that there is like a sheer drop, right? My life is flashing before my eyes. And depending on where you live, Greece has definitely the worst roads. There's no road markings. The potholes, right, were absolutely terrible. Like, you could look into them and you would see the depths of hell, right? Satan himself was like, hello, guys! You know what I mean? These were extremely deep. None of the cars sounded good at all.
No, that was an experience. Of
But
course.
nevertheless,
went-
driving on the other side of the road was exciting but dangerous at the same time.
Yeah, it was easier to do than I expected because I was worrying about it beforehand because I'm so used to being in the UK and driving on the left.
We went to a lovely castle in Pili.
And you drive all the way up and then you walk further. It was red hot that day and both of us were sweating our asses off.
Climbed basically up a mountain for this lovely little taverna.
Exaggeration.
It's true though. And here's the view from the taverna. It was absolutely lovely. This is the place where we argued about chicken and chips. If you watched our previous video. We also went to Lagada Beach.
Which was really sandy and beautiful.
And we went snorkeling there. I was completely fine there.
Yeah, you were, weren't you, actually?
And it was by far the most prettiest beach I've been on. Anyways, I know you've been to Florida and stuff. But
But it was still lovely and it was quiet and just relaxing.
yeah.
I don't want to be home.
On the second day when we had the car, we went to Plaka Forest.
Here's some photos of that.
I completely forgot that Aidan was terrified of birds.
And the place is a f***ing peacock sanctuary.
So he was absolutely terrified. I was in my element feeding all these peacocks. I really enjoyed it.
To get some good shots, he was going, Aidan, come round here, and it was like going through the peacocks. And so he was getting p***ed off at me that I couldn't, but I was really terrified. And there was children there who were like running up to them, and he's me, right? Like, peacocks. Like a fanny. Okay, let's just clarify. My worst fear
Is birds.
Is birds.
So we came
Are
to a
birds.
peacock sanctuary.
So I am stressing out right now, like, and they are sensing my fear. This one here is totally giving me the eye. Look at it. I just want them to open their goddamn feathers so we can go home. That's all I want. Right. I've done the unthinkable and I've come to stand in the peacock sanctuary. I'm shitting myself.
On a couple of occasions, we also went to the a la carte restaurant, which had the most delicious veal and steak that we've ever had.
It was amazing.
So that was lovely.
I'm sorry to all you veggies out there,
We're just not veggies.
but we love meat. Both kinds.
So after 10 nights, 11 days, we were absolutely devastated to go home. It was by far our best holiday together.
In fact, it was probably my favourite holiday.
I'd like to think so.
And I've been on a fair few holidays
Yeah.
in my time to many places, and it was amazing.
So, we eventually got back to the airport, which at Kos Airport...
Can't call it an airport.
No, you can't. Kos Airport / cupboard. Okay,
Kos
it is,
shit.
It is absolutely tiny. It's not ran very, very well, in my opinion, at all. Here's some photos. It was far, far too crowded. No one knew where to go at all. There was no screens to tell you to go to this gate
It
or
was
anything.
word of mouth. Like, I was trying to hear out for which gate we were supposed to be at. And when I told Ryan that I'd found out by a different woman who was talking to another lady, he was like,
Just a person that's
you joke?
trying to travel home. Like, not an actual airport person. Because you know what? There wasn't airport people about. The closest person you could speak to was the passport control people.
yeah, and Thompson, that's your fault as well, because
Dear Thompson, I am a white man
in
who's-
Kos! And you should have had staff on that ground.
That was appalling, okay?
All in all, we're very sad to be home. It was a fantastic holiday. But in essence, we had time to reflect, and now we can put all of our concentration, our effort into making wonderful YouTube videos for you guys.
Because we now don't have to work 6 days a week, we
Wait,
only have
no-
to work 4. That's 8. 4.
Yes!
So it does mean that we have 3 days a week where we can focus on stuff like YouTube. So if you haven't already clicked that subscribe button, please do.
Please comment
In the box below. Give this a thumbs up if it's made you laugh or you found it interesting.
Okay, have a lovely day, guys. Goodbye.
Mwah. You got to understand that our YouTube channel, we're never going to be like, oh, this is my boyfriend, we're in love, our relationship's completely perfect, blah, blah, blah. We will keep it completely real.
Real. Mother.
Fine, I'll make it work.
What's happening to us today?
I'm just doing terribles and I'm getting annoyed.
No, so you're not. You're being stupid. So you can't even talk properly. I'm having to pick up the slack.
Are you?